Welcome back. Trade fairs are organized so that companies can showcase and demonstrate their latest products and service. But in some cases, study activities of rivals and examine recent market trends and opportunities is what they come up for. Now, over the years, international trade fairs have been organized to attract local and foreign exhibitors to buy and sell goods. But beyond buying and selling, are trade fairs still relevant? Is this one low-hanging fruit that can be looked into to boost domestic industries? Dele Alimi, Director of Membership and Trade Promotion at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, joins me now to answer some of these questions. So good morning to you, Dele.
Good morning, Harriet.
Thanks for coming in. So that's my first question. Beyond buying and selling, are international trade fairs still relevant?
Very relevant. They are still very relevant. Like I always say, it's an opportunity to, like you said, apart from just selling services, to bring businesses together. I look at the volume of businesses at the trade fair every year, at the one we organize, and both foreign and local visitors and business people is an opportunity to meet people in one fell swoop from different sectors. And I just imagine what it will have cost for you to go from city to city and from offices to offices to have these meetings. There's also the variety the trade fair provides when people are coming in various sectors. The variety it provides an opportunity for people to actually talk about the services. So I think trade fairs, especially for an economy like ours, are still striving to grow. It's very relevant. In fact, we should have more now. Apart from the big international ones, you have even more sector-specific exhibitions to boost or to expose the potentials in some of these other sectors, especially agriculture, solid mineral, outside oil and gas.
Okay, but then do you have any data to show how much success has been recorded in facilitating this integration between foreign investors and domestic investors?
Yes, like 3 years ago, for years, there hasn't been any data that you could put your hands on because unfortunately, there's also a lot of secrecy in Nigerians when they're having their businesses. But over the years, we have provided a robust survey within the trade fair and outside the trade fair, especially for our exhibitors. So during the trade fair, we take a survey of the volume of business. As much as possible, we try to run away from asking them to give specifics so that they can release information to you. And then we also do a 3-month, 6-month assessment after the trade fair, what has been the volume of business that you generated, the contract that's generated during the trade fair that has transformed into actual businesses for you. One thing that we've got going for us, and which we look at the trend every year, is that when you have close to 90% of exhibitors on a particular year coming back the next year, it shows you this has added value to their businesses and it's been worth their while. In 2013, we devised a means to ask people, do you want to maintain where you were at the last trade fair? And you find out that close to 80-85% of people said, yes, we want to stay where we are, because then people know where we are and they can see us here every year. And that has been the trend. So we have the statistics, but the statistics we have can only be limited to our own trade fair. So if we're looking at the national thing, maybe we'll be looking at now engaging the NSB and get them to also do something in that area.
No, just the local one, because it now becomes important that, yes, it is an international trade fair, and you're talking about investors coming back even after, some of these participants coming back even after the last time they were here. But we're looking at encouraging more domestic participation.
Definitely.
It is international. Yes. We're encouraging more international participants to come into this trade fair. But in terms of aggregating it, percentage-wise, do we have more domestic participation than foreign, even though it is an international trade fair?
Yeah, we do. We have much more. I will give you for this year, we have close to 2,000 exhibitors. And we have about 11 countries, apart from Nigeria, there. Apart from China, that has close to about 150 exhibitors. All the other countries are coming with 5 or 6 and in trickle. So the volume of Nigeria, the number of Nigerian exhibitors, much more And one thing that also gladdens me is the fact that these exhibitors are from other sectors of the economy, and most of them, a larger percentage of them, are SMEs and manufacturing. I saw somebody 2 days ago, a former president of NASI, and it's somebody we've been trying to convince to bring his goods to the trade. And when I saw him, if I hugged him, I was so happy, because that is the kind of thing I wanted. Nigerians who are actually producing, for them to come, not just buying and selling. I want you to showcase the potentials of the Nigerian economy. You're using Nigerian raw material to produce here in Nigeria. People must know and people must see.
That's your inventions and innovations.
Exactly.
But then how does your department, it's a very critical question, how does your department now ensure that these SMEs who come in with their inventions and innovations are encouraged to still stay in business and then meet foreign partners that can help their businesses grow, not on the international scale, but here, so that it makes it easier for you to produce, made in Nigeria goods and then export it?
Yeah, well, one major thing we do from the beginning is to encourage them by giving them very good position at the trade fair, where they can actually exhibit easily and they can be seen by. It's difficult to sectorize them based on being SMEs and being Nigerians, because you have to put them in a place where even the bigger ones are. And I think going further, what we do is that, because they are going to be on our website, even for those that are not our members, we put them on our website and we keep their records. And when we have trade missions from abroad, because they are on our record, when we have trade missions from abroad in those sectors, we take them to those organizations to meet players in those organizations, and you find that Nigerians can learn so much from these foreigners, and it has helped to some extent. But I must confess to you, over the last 3-4 years before now, we have had a lot of buying and selling, and people just importing and selling at the trade fair. But the trend is gradually changing.